Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of wheat pennies, including the iconic, to uncover 6 of the most valuable and rare coins you should be looking for. These small coins may look ordinary, but some of them are worth far more than you can imagine. Stay with us as we explore their history, hidden errors, and the surprising values that could be sitting right in your pocket. First up, the 1957 wheat penny is part of the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. This coin marked a major shift in American coinage, because it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, instead of symbolic figures like Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin carried a simple yet powerful design that remained in circulation until 1958. By 1957, the United States was experiencing post-war economic growth, rising industrial power, and increasing global influence during the Cold War era. Coins like the 1957 penny were produced in massive numbers to support a booming economy where everyday transactions required a steady supply of small change. The Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark, played a crucial role in producing these coins, striking over 1 billion pieces that year, making it one of the highest mintage wheat pennies ever created. Despite its high production, this coin remains historically important as it represents the final years of the wheat penny design before it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. The design of the 1957 wheat penny is both simple and symbolic, reflecting American identity and pride. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait faces right, capturing a calm and dignified expression that symbolizes leadership and unity. Above his head is the word "In God We Trust," emphasizing faith and national values, while the word "liberty" appears on the left side, representing freedom. The year 1957 is placed on the right, along with the small D mint mark just below it, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, 2 wheat ears curve along the edges, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. At the top, the Latin phrase "E pluribus unum" reflects the idea of unity from diversity. The wheat design symbolizes prosperity and agricultural strength, which were essential to the American economy at the time. Collectors often pay close attention to the sharpness of the wheat stalks, the clarity of Lincoln's hair details, and the brightness of the coin's original red luster. The mint mark system helps collectors understand where each coin was produced. The 1957 penny carries the D mint mark for Denver, while coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. The San Francisco Mint, which used the S mint mark, did not produce wheat pennies in 1957, making only Philadelphia and Denver issues available for that year. Although the 1957 coin is extremely common, certain varieties have caught collectors' attention, especially the famous doubled obverse variety found in some 1957 pennies, though this error is more commonly associated with Philadelphia coins rather than Denver ones. Still, minor variations in strike quality, die wear, and luster can make certain 1957 coins more desirable than others. Rare errors and varieties can significantly increase the value of a 1957 wheat penny. Some coins show doubled lettering or numbers due to misalignment during the die creation process, while others may display off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned on the coin blank. Die cracks, which appear as raised lines on the surface, can also add collectible interest, especially if they are large or visually striking. In rare cases, coins may have weak or missing mint marks due to filled dies, although these are less dramatic but still collectible. These error coins are highly sought after because they are unique and far less common than standard issues. The current market value of a 1957 wheat penny depends heavily on its condition. In circulated condition, where the coin shows wear from everyday use, it is typically worth around 3 cents to 10 cents, making it only slightly more valuable than its face value. In average uncirculated condition, coins can sell for around 50 cents to $2, especially if they retain some of their original red color. High-grade mint state coins, particularly those graded MS65 or higher with bright red luster, can reach values between $10 and $25 or more. Exceptional examples graded MS67 or higher are much rarer and can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, with some top-quality specimens exceeding $1,000 depending on eye appeal and certification. Identifying whether your 1957 penny is valuable requires careful observation. The first thing to check is the coin's color, as original red coins are much more valuable than brown or heavily toned ones. Look closely at Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse to see how much detail remains, as sharper details indicate less wear. Checking for errors such as doubling off-center strikes or unusual markings can also reveal hidden value. A magnifying glass or coin loop can help spot small but important details that are not visible to the naked eye. Coins that appear unusually bright, sharp, or different from typical examples should be examined more closely or even professionally graded. In terms of investment potential, the 1957 wheatpenny is generally not considered a high-value investment due to its extremely large mintage and widespread availability. However, it can still be a great entry point for new collectors and a solid addition to any wheatpenny collection. High-grade examples and error coins offer the best potential for future value growth, especially as fewer pristine coins remain over time. Collectors often focus on building complete sets of wheatpennies, and the 1957 plays an important role as one of the final issues in the series. The 1957 wheatpenny may seem like an ordinary coin, but it carries a rich history and hidden potential that many people overlook. Taking a closer look at your pocket change or old coin collections could reveal something more valuable than expected, especially if you find a high-grade or error example. It's always worth checking carefully, because even the most common coins can sometimes hold surprising value. Next up, the 1955 wheatpenny is part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. This coin marked a historic moment because it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of a symbolic figure. The 1955 version was produced during the later years of the wheatpenny series, just 3 years before the design was replaced in 1959. The purpose of this coin was to continue providing a reliable, everyday currency while maintaining a tribute to one of America's most respected presidents. The design of the coin was created by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-born sculptor and engraver. His portrait of Lincoln on the front side became one of the most recognizable coin designs in U.S. history. By 1955, the United States was experiencing economic growth after World War II, and coin production was high to meet demand. The Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark, produced a massive number of these coins, making the 1955 wheatpenny very common in circulation compared to some rare varieties from the same year. During this period, the U.S. Mint used a bronze composition made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. The Denver Mint struck over 563 million coins in 1955 alone, reflecting the booming economy and increased need for small change. Unlike the famous 1955 double-die penny from Philadelphia, the Denver version did not produce a major error variety, but it still holds value among collectors, especially in higher grades. The obverse of the 1955 wheatpenny features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed with a realistic and dignified expression. Above his head is the inscription "In God We Trust," which reflects the country's values and beliefs. To the left of Lincoln is the word liberty, and to the right is the date 1955 along with the small D mint mark, indicating it was struck in Denver. The details in Lincoln's hair, coat, and facial features are important for collectors, as sharper details usually mean a higher-grade coin. The reverse side of the coin displays 2 wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent, and above this is the Latin phrase EPLURBUSUNUM, meaning out of many one, symbolizing unity among the states. The wheat ears represent prosperity and agricultural strength, which were essential parts of the American economy at the time. Collectors often look closely at the wheat lines and lettering sharpness to judge the coin's condition and value. The 1955 wheatpenny was produced at 3 major U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia No mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The 1955 coin specifically comes from the Denver Mint and is identified by the small d below the date. Coins without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, while those with an S came from San Francisco. While the Philadelphia Mint produced the famous 1955 double-die penny, the Denver Mint did not create a widely recognized major error of that type. However, minor die variations and quality differences still exist. Because the Denver Mint produced such a large number of coins, most 1955 pennies are common, but well-preserved examples with strong strikes and original luster are more desirable. Although the 1955 wheatpenny is not known for dramatic errors like its Philadelphia counterpart, some valuable minor errors still exist. Off-center strikes can occur when the coin is not properly aligned during minting, resulting in a partially missing design. These coins can be worth significantly more depending on how off-center they are. Die cracks are another collectible feature, appearing as raised lines on the coin's surface caused by cracks in the minting die. These are often subtle but can add uniqueness to the coin. Some collectors also look for repunched mint marks where the D appears slightly doubled due to multiple strikes during production. While not extremely rare, these small errors can increase value for collectors interested in varieties. The value of a 1955 wheat penny depends heavily on its condition. In circulated condition, where the coin shows visible wear, it is generally worth around 3 cents to 10 cents, making it only slightly above face value. In average condition with moderate detail remaining, the coin may range from 10 cents to 50 cents. In high-grade uncirculated condition, especially mint state, MS63 to MS65, the value can increase significantly, typically ranging from $5 to $25 or more depending on luster and strike quality. Exceptional coins graded MS66 or higher can reach $50 to over $100 at auctions, especially if they have strong eye appeal and minimal imperfections. To determine if your 1955 wheat penny is valuable, start by examining its condition carefully. Look at Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse. If these details are sharp and not worn down, the coin may be in higher grade. Coins with original reddish color, known as red coins, are often more valuable than those that have turned brown over time. Check for unusual features such as off-center strikes, doubling in the mint mark, or visible die cracks. These small details can increase the coin desirability. Also, ensure the D mint mark is present under the date, as this confirms it is from the Denver Mint. Using a magnifying glass or coin loop can help reveal fine details that are easy to miss with the naked eye. The 1955 wheat penny is generally considered a stable but modest investment. Because it was produced in large numbers, it is not rare in lower grades. However, high-quality examples with excellent preservation can be valuable and may appreciate over time as fewer pristine coins remain available. For new collectors, this coin is a great entry point into coin collecting because it is affordable and historically significant. For serious investors, focusing on top-grade examples or coins with unique errors is the best strategy for long-term value growth. The 1955 wheat penny may not be the rarest coin, but it holds an important place in American coin history. With its classic design, strong historical background, and potential for hidden value in high grades or error varieties, it's definitely worth checking your pocket change or old collections. You might just discover a small treasure hiding in plain sight. Next up, the 1946 wheat penny holds a special place in American coin history, as it represents the first full year of coin production after the end of World War II. Originally, the Lincoln Wheat Cent series was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, becoming the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. By 1946, the coin had already become a daily part of American life, but its importance grew even more as the nation transitioned from wartime hardship to peacetime recovery. The coin symbolized stability, rebuilding, and economic growth during a hopeful new era. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Abraham Lincoln remains one of the most iconic images in U.S. coinage. During World War II, pennies were briefly made from steel in 1943 due to copper shortages, but by 1946, the mint had returned to the traditional bronze composition made primarily of copper. Interestingly, much of the metal used in 1946 coins came from recycled wartime materials, including spent shell casings, giving the coin a direct connection to history. In 1946, the United States was entering a period of economic expansion, and the demand for coinage increased rapidly. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints all produced large quantities of wheat pennies to support growing commerce. Philadelphia struck coins without a mint mark, while Denver used a D and San Francisco used an S. The total production across all mints reached over 1 billion coins, making the 1946 wheat penny common in circulation, but still historically significant as a symbol of post-war America. The obverse of the 1946 wheat penny features a detailed right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, capturing a calm and thoughtful expression that reflects his leadership and legacy. Above the portrait is the inscription "In God We Trust," emphasizing national faith and unity. To the left of Lincoln is the word "Liberty," while the date 1946 appears on the right side. The simplicity of the design makes even small details like the sharpness of Lincoln's hair and jawline very important for determining the coin's condition and value. The reverse side displays 2 elegant wheat stalks framing the central text "1 cent" and United States of America. Above this is the Latin motto "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many one," symbolizing unity among the states. The wheat stalks represent agricultural strength and prosperity, which were essential to the country's recovery after the war. Collectors often focus on the fine lines within the wheat ears and the boldness of the lettering when evaluating the coin's quality. The 1946 wheat penny was produced at 3 different mints, each identified by a mint mark. Coins from Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while those from Denver carry a D, and those from San Francisco have an S. Each mint produced millions of coins, but slight differences in strike quality and preservation can affect their value. While there are no extremely famous major varieties like the 1955 double die, collectors still find interest in minor variations. Some coins may show slight doubling in letters or numbers, while others may have differences in strike sharpness depending on the mint. San Francisco coins are sometimes better struck, while Denver coins can show more variation in quality. These small differences make collecting all 3 mint versions an exciting challenge. Even though the 1946 wheat penny is generally common, certain errors can make specific coins much more valuable. Double die errors can occur when the coin is struck with a misaligned die, causing a visible doubling effect on letters or numbers. These are usually subtle but can significantly increase value if clearly visible. Off-center strikes are another interesting error, where part of the coin design is missing due to improper alignment during minting. The more dramatic the off-center effect, the higher the potential value. Die cracks can also appear as raised lines on the coin's surface, adding uniqueness and collectability. In rare cases, coins may appear to have weak or missing mint marks due to worn dies, which can attract attention from collectors who specialize in unusual variations. The value of a 1946 wheat penny depends mainly on its condition and mint mark. In circulated condition, where the coin shows noticeable wear, it is usually worth between 3 cents and 10 cents. Coins in average condition with moderate detail can range from 10 cents to 50 cents depending on overall appearance. In uncirculated condition, especially in grades like MS63 to MS65, the value increases significantly, typically ranging from $5 to $20 or more. Coins with a bright original red color are more valuable than those that have turned brown over time. High-end examples graded MS66 or higher can sell for $50 to over $150 at auction, especially if they have excellent luster and minimal marks. To determine if your 1946 wheat penny is valuable, start by carefully examining its condition. Look closely at Lincoln's hair, cheek, and coat, as well as the wheat stalks on the reverse. If these details are sharp and well-defined, the coin may be in higher grade. Color also matters, with reddish coins being more desirable than dark brown ones. Check for any unusual features such as doubling, off-center strikes, or visible die cracks. These small details can make a big difference in value. Also, identify the mint mark under the date to know where the coin was produced. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot fine details that are not visible at first glance, increasing your chances of finding a valuable coin. The 1946 wheat penny is considered a solid but modest investment. Because it was produced in large quantities, most examples are common and affordable. However, high-grade coins with strong details and original luster are more limited and can increase in value over time. For beginners, this coin is a great way to start collecting due to its historical importance and low cost. For more serious collectors, focusing on top-quality examples or coins with unique errors offers better long-term investment potential. Its connection to the post-war era also adds emotional and historical value that continues to attract collectors. The 1946 wheat penny is more than just a small coin. It is a symbol of a nation rebuilding after World War II. With its classic design, rich history, and potential hidden value, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at any 1946 pennies you come across. You never know, a simple coin in your collection could turn out to be a valuable piece of history. Next up, the 1926 wheat penny is part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series that began in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. This coin was created not only to celebrate Lincoln's legacy, but also to modernize American coinage by introducing a real historical figure onto everyday currency. By 1926, the coin had already been in circulation for nearly 2 decades and had become a familiar and trusted part of daily transactions across the United States. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln remains one of the most recognizable designs in coin history. His initials, VDB, were originally placed on the reverse but caused controversy when first introduced, though by 1926 they appeared in a much smaller and less noticeable position on the obverse. The design reflects simplicity and dignity, capturing Lincoln as a symbol of unity and strength during a time when the nation was growing rapidly. Historically, 1926 falls within the period known as the Roaring Twenties, a time of economic expansion, industrial growth, and cultural change in the United States. Despite the prosperity of the era, coin production varied significantly between mints due to regional demand. The Philadelphia Mint produced a large number of coins, while the Denver and San Francisco mints produced fewer. Notably, the 1926 wheatpenny had a relatively low mintage and weaker strike quality, making it one of the more desirable coins in the entire wheatpenny series. The obverse of the 1926 wheatpenny features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln with a calm and thoughtful expression. Above his head is the inscription "In God We Trust," which reflects national values and beliefs. To the left of Lincoln is the word liberty, while the date 1926 appears on the right side. The details of Lincoln's hair, ear, and jawline are especially important for collectors, as these areas tend to wear down first and can indicate the coin's condition. The reverse of the coin displays two wheat stalks on either side, framing the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above this is the phrase EPLURIBUSUNUM, meaning out of many, one. The wheat design represents America's agricultural roots and economic strength during the early 20th century. Collectors pay close attention to the sharpness of the wheat lines and the clarity of the lettering, as these features play a major role in determining value. The 1926 wheatpenny was produced at 3 different mints, each identified by its mint mark. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins have an S. The Philadelphia issue is the most common, while Denver coins are less common but still widely available. The most important variety for this year is the 1926 wheatpenny, which is considered a semi-key date in the series. It had a relatively low mintage and is known for weak strikes, meaning many coins lack sharp detail even when uncirculated. Because of this, well-struck examples of the 1926 are highly sought after by collectors and can command significantly higher prices compared to other mint versions. The 1926 wheatpenny can feature several types of minting errors that increase its value. Doubled die errors may appear as slight doubling in the date or lettering, though these are usually subtle and require magnification to detect. When clearly visible, these errors can attract strong interest from collectors. Off-enter strikes are another valuable error, where the coin design is not properly aligned, resulting in part of the image being cut off. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin can become. Die cracks are also common, appearing as raised lines caused by worn or damaged dies, adding uniqueness to each coin. Some coins may show weak or partially missing mint marks due to die wear, which can also increase collector interest. The value of a 1926 wheatpenny varies greatly depending on its mint mark and condition. In circulated condition, a Philadelphia coin is typically worth around 10 cents to 50 cents, while a Denver coin may range from 50 cents to $2. The 1926 however, is more valuable even in worn condition and can range from $5 to $20 or more depending on detail. In uncirculated condition, values increase significantly. Philadelphia and Denver coins in mint state grades can range from $10 to $50 depending on quality and color. The 1926 in high grade is much rarer and can reach $200 to over $1,000, especially for coins with strong strikes and original red color. Exceptional examples have been known to sell for several $1,000s at auction, making it one of the most exciting finds in the wheatpenny series. To determine if your 1926 wheatpenny is valuable, start by checking the mint mark below the date. If it has an S, it may already be worth significantly more than other versions. Next, examine the coin's condition by looking at Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse. Sharp, clear details indicate a higher grade coin. Pay attention to the coin's color, as coins with a reddish tone are usually more valuable than brown ones. Look closely for any unusual features such as doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot these details more easily and increase your chances of identifying a rare and valuable coin. The 1926 wheatpenny offers strong investment potential, especially for the San Francisco issue. While common versions are affordable and widely available, the 1926 stands out as a semi-key date with growing demand among collectors. High-grade examples are particularly valuable due to their rarity and historical significance. For beginners, this coin is a great introduction to understanding how mint marks and condition affect value. For serious collectors and investors, focusing on high-quality 1926 coins or rare error varieties can provide excellent long-term returns. As time passes and fewer high-grade coins remain available, their value is likely to continue increasing. The 1926 wheat penny is more than just an old coin, it is a piece of American history from a time of growth and transformation. Whether you have a common version or the rare 1926s, this coin has the potential to be a hidden treasure. Take a closer look at your collection because you might be holding a valuable coin without even realizing it. Next up, the 1956 wheat penny is part of the iconic Lincoln wheat cent series, which began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1956, this coin design had already been in use for nearly 5 decades and was nearing the end of its run, as it would be replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse. The purpose of the coin remained simple yet important, providing a reliable 1-cent currency while honoring one of the most respected figures in American history. The 1956 penny represents the final era of the classic wheat design, making it especially interesting to collectors. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln became one of the most enduring images in U.S. coinage. His design was chosen for its realism and dignity, showing Lincoln in a calm and thoughtful pose. By the mid-1950s, the United States was experiencing strong economic growth during the post-World War II boom. Increased commerce meant a high demand for coins, and the U.S. Mint responded by producing large quantities to keep up with everyday transactions. The 1956 wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark below the date. That year, the Denver Mint produced over 1 billion pennies, making it one of the highest mintage years for the wheat cent series. The coin was made of 95% copper with small amounts of tin and zinc, giving it its classic reddish-brown appearance. Because of the massive production, the 1956 penny is very common today, but well-preserved examples still hold collector value. The obverse of the 1956 wheat penny features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln with fine detail in his hair, ear, and facial features. Above his head is the inscription "In God We Trust," representing national faith and unity. To the left is the word "Liberty," while the date 1956 appears on the right along with the small D mint mark. The clarity of Lincoln's features is a key factor in determining the coin's condition, as these areas wear down quickly in circulation. The reverse of the coin displays 2 wheat stalks framing the central text, 1 cent, and United States of America. Above this is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. The wheat ears symbolize America's agricultural strength and prosperity. Collectors carefully examine the sharpness of the wheat lines and the boldness of the lettering, as strong details indicate a higher quality strike and better preservation. The 1956 wheat penny was produced at 3 major U.S. mint locations. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins are marked with an S. The 1956 specifically comes from the Denver Mint and is one of the most commonly found versions due to its extremely high mintage. Unlike some earlier years, 1956 is not known for major dramatic varieties like the famous 1955 doubled die. However, minor variations can still be found, including slight differences in strike quality and die wear. Some collectors search for small anomalies such as repunched mint marks or subtle doubling in lettering, though these are generally not as valuable as major error coins. Even though the 1956 wheat penny is common, certain minting errors can make individual coins more valuable. Doubled die errors may appear as slight doubling in the date or lettering, although these are usually minor and require magnification to detect. Off-center strikes are among the more noticeable errors, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment during minting. These coins can be worth significantly more depending on how off-center they are. Die cracks are another collectible feature, appearing as raised lines caused by cracks in the minting die. In some cases, weak or partially missing mint marks may occur due to worn dies, adding uniqueness and appeal for collectors. The value of a 1956 wheat penny depends mainly on its condition. In circulated condition, the coin is very common and typically worth between 2 cents and 10 cents. In average condition with moderate wear, it may range from 10 cents to 50 cents depending on overall appearance. In uncirculated condition, especially in mint state grades like MS63 to MS65, the value increases to around $3 to $15. Coins with original bright red color are more desirable and can command higher prices. High-end examples graded MS66 or better can sell for $30 to over $75, and in rare cases with exceptional quality, auction prices may exceed $100. To determine if your 1956 wheat penny is valuable, start by examining its overall condition. Look closely at Lincoln's hair, cheek, and coat, as well as the wheat stalks on the reverse. Sharp, well-defined details suggest a higher-grade coin. Color is also important, with red coins being more valuable than brown ones. Check for any unusual features such as doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These small details can significantly increase the coin's value. Confirm the presence of the D mint mark below the date to ensure it is from the Denver Mint. Using a magnifying glass or coin loupe can help you spot fine details that may not be visible at first glance. The 1956 D wheatpenny is considered a common coin, so its investment potential is generally modest. However, high-grade examples with strong luster and minimal marks can still be valuable and may increase in price over time as fewer pristine coins remain available. For beginners, this coin is an excellent starting point due to its affordability and historical significance. For more experienced collectors, focusing on top-grade coins or unique error varieties offers better investment opportunities. While it may not make you rich overnight, it can still be a meaningful addition to a long-term collection. The 1956 D wheatpenny is a classic piece of American coin history from the final years of the wheat design. While it is common in lower grades, hidden value can still be found in high-quality or error coins. Take a closer look at your spare change or old collections, because even a simple penny like this could turn into a small but exciting treasure. Next up, the 1914 wheatpenny is one of the most historically important coins in the Lincoln cent series, especially because of the famous and rare 1914 D variety. The Lincoln wheat cent itself was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, marking the first time a real person appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. By 1914, the design had already become widely accepted and trusted by the public, serving as a symbol of national pride and unity during a time of industrial growth and global uncertainty. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln remains one of the most iconic designs in American coinage. His work brought a new level of realism to U.S. coins, moving away from symbolic figures toward historical representation. In 1914, the world was entering a period of tension with the beginning of World War I in Europe. Although the United States did not enter the war until 1917, the global situation influenced economic conditions and coin production, making certain issues from this period more limited and valuable today. The 1914 wheatpenny was produced at 3 U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark and were produced in large numbers, while San Francisco also minted a moderate quantity. However, the Denver Mint produced a much smaller number of coins with a mintage of just over 1 million. This low production makes the 1914 D one of the most sought-after key dates in the entire wheatpenny series, especially in higher grades where examples are extremely rare. The obverse of the 1914 wheatpenny features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed with fine detail and a strong sense of character. Above his head is the inscription "In God We Trust," reflecting the nation's values. To the left is the word "Liberty," and to the right is the date 1914. On Denver and San Francisco coins, a small mint mark appears below the date. Collectors pay close attention to Lincoln's hair and facial features, as these are the first areas to show wear and are critical for determining the coin's grade. The reverse of the coin displays 2 wheat stalks framing the central text, 1 cent, and United States of America. Above this is the motto EPLURABUSUNUM, meaning out of many one. The wheat stalks symbolize agricultural strength and prosperity, representing the foundation of the American economy at the time. The sharpness of the wheat lines and the clarity of the lettering are key indicators of a well-preserved coin. The 1914 wheatpenny was struck at 3 mints, each identified by its mint mark. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins have an S among these. The 1914 D is the most famous and valuable due to its very low mintage and high demand among collectors. The 1914 D is considered a key date in the wheatpenny series, meaning it is essential for completing a full collection. Because of its value, it is also one of the most commonly counterfeited coins, often altered from a 1914 Philadelphia coin by adding a fake D mint mark. This makes authentication extremely important. While the Philadelphia and San Francisco versions are more common, high-grade examples of any 1914 penny can still be valuable. The 1914 wheatpenny can feature several types of errors that increase its value. Doubled die errors may appear as slight doubling in the lettering or date, although these are usually subtle and require magnification to detect. Off-center strikes are another collectible error, where part of the coin design is missing due to misalignment during minting. These coins can be worth significantly more depending on how much of the design is off-center. Die cracks are also seen on some coins, appearing as raised lines caused by cracks in the die. Because the 1914D is already rare, any additional error or unique feature can greatly increase its value and desirability. The value of a 1914 wheat penny varies greatly depending on the mint mark and condition. A Philadelphia coin in circulated condition is typically worth between $1 and $5, while a San Francisco coin may range from $5 to $20 depending on where. The 1914D is where values become much more exciting. In heavily circulated condition, it can range from $150 to $300 or more. In average condition, values often fall between $300 and $800. In high-grade uncirculated condition, the value can reach $2,000 to over $10,000 depending on quality and color. Exceptional examples with strong details and original red luster have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at major auctions, making it one of the most valuable coins in the wheat penny series. To determine if your 1914 wheat penny is valuable, the first step is to check the mint mark under the date. If there is a D, you may have a highly valuable coin, but it is important to verify its authenticity due to the risk of counterfeits. Carefully examine the mint mark to ensure it looks natural and not added later. Next, evaluate the coin's condition by looking at the details in Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse. Sharp details indicate a higher grade coin. Also, check the coin's color, as red coins are more valuable than brown ones. Look for any unusual features such as doubling or die cracks, which can further increase value. Using a magnifying glass or professional grading service can help confirm the coin's authenticity and condition. The 1914 wheat penny, especially the 1914D, is considered an excellent investment coin. Its status as a key date with low mintage and high demand makes it one of the most sought-after coins in the Lincoln Cent series. As collectors continue to build complete sets, the demand for this coin remains strong, supporting long-term value growth. For serious collectors and investors, acquiring a genuine 1914D in good condition can be a major achievement and a strong addition to any portfolio. Even lower-grade examples hold significant value, while high-grade coins have the potential for substantial appreciation over time. This combination of rarity, history, and demand makes it one of the best investment options among wheat pennies. The 1914 wheat penny is not just an old coin, it is a true treasure of American numismatic history. With the rare 1914D leading the way, this coin offers both historical importance and exciting value potential. Take a close look at your collection, because finding one of these could turn a simple penny into a life-changing discovery.